Hi, this is Jim Filippi coming to you from the Filippi Law Firm. Today I'm going to talk about what happens with your property after you die. So if you've taken the proactive step to establish an estate plan and you have land that you want to go to certain people, maybe it's a group of people, whoever you want, maybe an organization such as a charity, your estate plan is going to do that without having to go to the court. And the reason I say that is because if you've done the proper planning with an estate plan by establishing a living trust, part of that process is going to be the recording of a grant deed. And all a grant deed is just the transfership documents that take the property from being vested in you as a person, as an individual, to now the property is being vested into the trust. You still own it because it's your trust and nothing really changes as far as your relationship with that property. You're still going to be able to use it for all your needs and, pay taxes on it so the government gets what they feel they need. But when you die, what happens is that trust will be the legal document that's used to disperse that land. And that's done without having to go to court, unless obviously if someone contests your trust or the validity of it, and that's a topic for another time. But through that trust administration, the trustee that takes over, they're called a successor trustee, and all they are is basically the manager of your trust, the CEO of your trust, so to speak, and they're going to look at the trust instructions, and after they've gone through the steps of administering your estate, and we're at that stage where it's time to start dispersing assets, they're going to look at your instructions. And if your land goes to your kids, Jimmy, Sally, and Bob, and they're going to draft a grant deed, the same type of deed that you drafted when you put the house from yourself to the trust, they're going to do a deed much in the same that grants it from the trust to those three people or whomever it is that you've designated, and that's how that property gets given to them. Now, they can also, if they choose, sell the property and whatever proceeds come from the property are then dispersed to those three. So there's a lot of flexibility in what you do with your assets, whether it's given to them, outright like we talked about, where the grant deed is given to them and now they're the part owner, depending on how many kids are involved or how many people are involved, or maybe they just get a portion of the proceeds after their property is sold. And that goes into why a living trust is so exciting, because you have a lot of flexibility and you can customize it any way you see fit. That's best not only for you and for your family and those organizations that are near and dear to your heart.